Unbelievable but true, in 2025, people still get scammed. And somehow, unbelievably, they still thrive. Isn't that just so unbelievable? And it really shows you and me that people are stinky. How can you still be scammed in 2025? It should actually teach you another thing. It's that the biggest scams have flourished also in Europe and USA and South America. I mean, they are everywhere. Why? Because they change and adapt with time, and because somehow we have always the belief and the need to believe that is a way to make easy money. But there's not a way to make easy money. And today, in today's video, I'm gonna briefly and practically, as always, give you a way to detect scams from the get-go, so you and your loved ones are never, ever, ever gonna fall in one again. With that being said, let's jump into today's topic. As you can see from this arrow, there's a wide spectrum of what is a scam, because there is not only black and white in terms of scams. On one side of the spectrum, you have the big scams, the obvious ones. At the other extent, we got the real network marketing companies, okay? And in the middle, guess what we have? Gray zone. So you can find scams who are big scams, obviously detectable, and these moves. And then on the other side of the spectrum, we have the obviously not scam. It depends on your knowledge, it depends on your perception, it also depends on what people make you think. That today I'm gonna give you the very clear signs, and if you move those clear signs, step a little bit, on the right, you're gonna still find things in good companies that are actually not working. First point on how to spot a real scam is because they give you, boom, as you can see here, an ROI. So every company that gives you an automatic ROI on your investment, it's a scam. No, Giorgio, this company was very different because they used to pay you in their own currency. It's a cryptocurrency that they used to mine in Kazakhstan and basically here and there. Look, I don't know how they put it, but if they give you an ROI, especially if they pay you in their own crypto, projecting in the future that this crypto is gonna be worth so much more, it's a scam. As easy as it sounds. The second point, and I'm gonna move from the strongest point to kind of the weakest point, but all of these are very, very, very similar and very, very important. It's that disguised ROI. So what is the disguised ROI? So basically, disguised ROI, it's when they make you feel that the ROI, it's not actually a ROI, you are eventually buying a product or service. Like you're buying some machinery for the mines in Africa, in Nigeria, and those mines are basically mining gold, and then they said gold, and so you are actually investing in something real because look, on the flyer we got some pictures of the machinery, and you're like, Giorgio, look, I am buying a product or service, which is the point number 6. Let's jump into the point number 6 straight away. There is no real exchange of product or service, which is connected amazingly to the point number 2. So the point number 1 is they give you, dollars without doing nothing. So there's an amazing psychology of easy money. That's why sometimes network marketers who build incorrectly make it seem as if it is a scam. Why? Because to get you as a customer, to get you as a distributor, they promise you things that are unreal. And so you think, oh man, this is like the same thing another scam told me. And it's not enough to put a disclaimer. Because everyone, also in scams, they put a disclaimer. Why they put it? Because they know before or later they're not gonna give you that money. If you give your money to a certain company and they trade for you, they invest for you, they buy things for you, and they give you a return, that's a clear red flag for scam. The third point is actually interesting, because maybe you didn't think of it, but it's a very high indicator, and it's called high packaging. What is a high package indicator? It means that you can invest lots of money, a lot of money, which means, for example, you can put 50,000 in, 30,000 in, 10,000 in, 100,000 in. And I tell you more, in those scams, they don't usually ask for KYC in a very strict way. Because when you ask for a KYC, it means that the authorities, once they want to get into the company and check things and check where the money comes from, they can see that, for example, the person A have invested 50,000 and you can see where that money comes from. Instead, if there is no KYC, you can create several accounts under your same name without having to ask for anyone's documents, and you can do money laundering. You never thought of this. Are you in a company that does a serious KYC? Drop that in the comment, because it's actually a very good point, not only to detect what's a scam or not, but also to be sure and safe that what you're building is going to last. Because usually serious companies get searched by whatever, FTC or entities. Why? Because if they grow, they get attention and the governments want to get in. And if they have a strong KYC process with facial recognition, with documents, with proofs of address and so on, this is a good safety point for you. The fourth point is called only crypto in and out, which states that usually in scams, 99% of times, you can only invest and put money in crypto, and you can pull that money out in crypto. And they also allow you to pull that money out in decentralized exchanges. So if they only tell you that you can pay in crypto, be careful. Hey, I'm not saying that if you can pay in crypto or receive money in crypto, then it's a scam. Be careful. What I'm saying is that they only tell you that you can only pay with that. Guess what? Why? Because they're not traceable oftentimes. I mean, it's hard to trace. A government cannot trace all those money from all those customers. So it's important for you to understand that you also have a refund policy in serious company. And many times, it's not the case for scams. All right? And be careful that being a scam, it doesn't mean, oh, I have the headquarters in Estonia, or I have the headquarters in Moldavia, or I have the headquarters in Dubai, or I have the headquarters in I don't know where. It doesn't matter at all, because scams in general, they are in good places. The fifth and last point is that they have no contracts. Usually scams, they really make you just flag a couple things. The worst scams I've seen, oh my goodness, like they were just flag, put the money in, no KYC, we need your return on investment every week. Another cool point that comes to my mind is that usually scams give you money, but after a certain period of time. For example, they tell you, look, at these ROIs, you can withdraw it after 2 months. So maybe only 20% you can withdraw immediately, and 80% you can withdraw 2 months from now. So they always have a buffering period where they can, when they will scam, because they will scam, get in a lot of money without paying that out. So be careful if you see a buffering time. The reason why, unfortunately, so many people in network marketing don't build heavily is because they don't believe heavily. And the reason why they don't believe heavily is because they don't have the trust in the industry. And the reason why they don't have the trust, it's because they have never been involved in a scam, or they've never touched, like it's in my case, closely a scam. What I mean by touched, they've never seen it, they've never looked into it. And so they see maybe a serious company, and they're like, maybe this is a scam. My dad told me it could be a scam. And so they don't build heavily. It's so easy, guys, to understand what's a scam and what's not. Audit your company. Talk with your upline. Make sure that you're in the right place. Talk to other people about your company, because it's important that you really feel that this is the place for you to build your shit. Guys, to wrap this up, you can hate network marketing or love network marketing, but network marketing, it's a thing. It moves billion every year. So for those haters out there who maybe threaten you, with their words and saying that you build a scam, it's easy. You use your own freaking brain. You know what's a scam, you know what's not a scam. If you don't know what's a scam, get out there and look for a scam and see how people talk to you about their scam and how they make it sound so easy psychologically to make this money, and they motivate you saying, yo, but other people are making money. Yes, but look, I got paid. Of course you got paid, man. Because they want to scam you. So firstly they pay, so you talk to other people, and then they scam. I've seen this thousands and thousands of times. So make sure to be someone who believes, so there's no hater out there who can distract you towards your goal. And you can hate it or love it again, but this industry is here to stay. And good people are coming this way more and more and more to build this industry amazingly towards the future.